then you start doing your entry. Now, this is where, on our sized batch, we called for 185.18519 pounds. Your scale may go out to that many digits, and maybe that's specific, it may not. So maybe we used exactly that amount, maybe we used a slightly different amount, either because we don't go to 5 digits or because we don't care to be that specific, whatever. So you would actually key in exactly what it is that you did post. Maybe here I did 186, maybe here I did 370, and here I did 560. When you are connected with an ERP system, if you are lot tracking, this is where you would select your lot. And all the lot tracking itself, all that inventory stuff is really in your ERP system anyway. So it's just looking to see what available lots do you have in GPSL or NAV. It's not maintained separately in Vicinity. So it's going to go and look at that ERP system, see what available lots do I have. If you are bin tracking, then it's going to look at your ERP system, see it's a bin tracked item, and provide you a list of bins to select from as well. So this is the point in time that you would be doing, selecting a lot, selecting a bin, and any of that. Also, when you're with your ERP system, the site itself would be in here. Some of them call it a location. I think now it might be a location instead of site. Okay. So I'm not integrated. You're not seeing those extra fields, but this is the point in time that happens under batch. When I go to post, I can post in different ways. I can enter everything I want on the batch at one time, or I can enter my raw materials first, and maybe a day or 2 or 12 later I might enter my finished goods. Anyone can do it that way. If you're set up for standard costing, you could technically enter your finished goods first before your raw materials, but I don't want everyone to take that message home because you may not be standard costing. So you can only enter finished goods first if you're standard costing. Everybody else needs to hear the message, your inputs go in first. So I could be sitting here, I entered these raw materials, and I hit post. This is where I like having my post button up on my access toolbar. On this screen, we've got an extra button, but it is also here on the ribbon. I can also control my date. So maybe this activity actually occurred yesterday. I wanted to hit the inventory system with yesterday's date. So whatever date is showing right here when I hit the post button is the date that it's going to hit here.
Okay, question.
So you can delete this batch up until the point you posted it.
Also, even if it's released,
I haven't hit the post button. I can do whatever I want.
Can you post multiple times?
Yes.
So come in, make changes, post again. And it would only
Yep,
Off-
I'll show it to you.
enter the offset.
Yeah. I am going to post, well, here, let's do this. Because that makes it clear. I'm only going to do 250 right now for this particular raw material. So, and I am going to date this transaction from yesterday. And I post. All right. So it posted. If you're integrating with an ERP system, you get lots of other messages. It's telling you document numbers from your ERP system and wonderful fun things like that. Notice on the batch we have all these different quantity columns. On almost every line in the batch you're going to have 4 quantity columns. Okay? Quantity required is the initial quantity that based on how you size that batch, this is the quantity we said you required. Okay? Issue now, the word now should always mean this is what I want to post now. So at the moment it has all zeros in it, I'm not trying to post anything. Consumed, whatever column has the past tense, is what you already sent to your ERP system. And this one's doing the math for you and telling you if you have any left. So I did one set of posting where I did the 186, the 370, and the 250. Based on that, the batch thinks that I don't need to post any more of this ingredient. I need to post another 0.37 pounds of this one and 305 pounds of this one. I can now come in here and post my additional 305 pounds. I can even change the date because maybe these things happen on 2 different dates. That's fine and dandy, and I can hit post.
So, am I hearing this right? So you're like posting the batch. Are you capable of, say a batch makes 10 pallets. As you're producing the pallets, post the quantity of the finished good and have it backflush that amount of raws?
Backflush raws, no. Post pallet by pallet, potentially. It depends on your costing method.
Okay.
And just as an add, actually, there's the capability of backflushing all raws on the first post of the completion.
Yeah.
So the logic is, we don't see you adding a teaspoon of flour per raw.
So, but you would be consuming your components on
Right.
pallet by pallet.
We don't,
No.
yeah, we can't do it pallet by pallet.
Yeah, no, you can complete a pallet, but you can tell the system upon the first pallet that I complete, my formula has been consumed. So everything on this screen that Jen's showing now would be issued to the batch, and then you would complete one of the items. So WIP reflects all the ingredients that are required to make what you ordered, but you've only put one on hand of completed items.
Okay.
We don't take the one and divide, we don't do piece by piece. Because our assumption is process, it's a tank. You're not, you've either put everything into the tank or you haven't.
Okay.
So
Rightly or wrongly.
it's really kind of an example. If you made 100 widgets in 8 hours, so in 24 hours you make 300. At the end of each shift, you could have that production enter in 100 widgets, save it, it would post showing, updating your inventory for say sales, and then do the other 100 second shift, last 100.
All right, and here's where I need my whiteboard. I have a whiteboard and I don't have a pen. I have a door. Do you
I don't know.
We'll see if he does. We may track down.
That's where that number of mixes comes in, because I think the way that we use the number of mixes, those show the quantity required as the full quantity for 3 mixes. I think typically what Jen has done on the batch tickets is when you print a batch ticket, it'll automatically print 3 batch tickets and divide the quantity required by the number of mixes.
I don't know if highlighter
Let me
would work.
see if, I can poke my head out. Because essentially costing drives this decision. They're too far away.
Yeah. The only reason I ask, we're investing in some new equipment.
Yep.
We're going to make super batches, and we may have one batch that could make 10 products.
Yep.
And to drive our inventories down, we want to be able to, be able to switch like that,
All right.
and then
We have to
post.
have a cup. We have.